Duke, get the ball. I'll play with you. Duke wants to play. We played with the water. He went and we did couple holes. He chewed his bone and he hit it, and he still wants to play some more. I don't know how much energy that dog has. Now he wants to play with the ball. We're taking a break, okay? Let's take a break. I need to sit down a bit. He doesn't care. Break. What is a break to him? Right, Duke? What is a break to you? It's getting windy again. Maurice, do you know if there is other benefits of using melatonin too besides getting a tan? For sleep, for your serotonin, for circadian levels, there's a lot of different things, even for hair loss, if you use it at 100 milligrams. But melatonin, I don't like melatonin. I would never take melatonin. I would actually take like a precursor to melatonin and let your body decide of how much they require. You know, I would actually take like cherry tart. Every tablespoon of cherry tart, you can get like almost close to about 75 milligrams of melatonin if your body requires it. A lot of individuals don't do really well on melatonin, and they end up getting oxidative stress or unable to sleep. So let your body kind of pick and choose their own. Hey Duke, get the ball. I don't want to go down there, sweat. Seriously guys, it's been, yesterday it started rain from 6 p.m. all the way till 5 a.m. this morning, then it rained again. Then now, it hasn't rained for the past 2 hours, which is nice. But everything is wet, you can't even do anything. My shoes are wet, my boots are wet. My vitamin D was 117, too high I think, so ease off. Yeah, you should definitely ease off, 100%. Hey user 213, how are ya? Yeah, ease off the vitamin D a bit would be ideal. Depends how much you were taking, but that is quite high in the upper levels, I think. Duke, no, come down the other side, other way. You're gonna, yeah, go from now around. Good boy. Yeah, I'm talking to Duke. You guys can look at him. He has his ball and he's ready. There's my little view for the day. You guys can see we still have snow up on top of the mountain. It's insane. It snowed again last night. We had like a frost this morning. So I don't know what's gonna happen. What can we do to elevate, what to do for elevated liver enzyme? The question is, why is it elevated? Whether you're taking some drugs or like medications, whether you're taking a specific supplementation, it's overstimulating your liver, or possibly you're just eating too much fructose in your diet. Hey Gia. Hey Dina. On dialysis and those kinds. Okay, so yeah, that's why your liver enzymes are high, because they have to filter everything no matter what. That's normal. Now, if you want to protect your liver, you can actually start taking alpha-lipoic acid. Make sure you get the R form. Child over 11 has headaches. Any remedies, please? Yeah, magnesium. He's deficient in magnesium. He's probably eating a lot of fructose or glucose or carbohydrates in the diet that's actually depleting his magnesium. Duke! I gotta close that section there. We had two big rocks and they fell. Now he's trying to actually squeeze himself through. I have to close them. I closed that section here with a whole bunch of rocks. I have to close the other extras. It's a small creek that runs through underground water. How do you feel about pescatarian diet? Tell me about it. What's included? There's so many freaking diet people are coming up with. I might be familiar with it. I can tell you yes or no. All diets are okay as long as you're not. I believe, in my point of view, all diets are okay as long as you don't consume any heavily processed foods. All diets are doable. You just have to kind of pick and choose and get the right nutrients that your body requires, so you're not becoming deficient at all. Duke. Is it safe to take vitamin D without K2? Yeah, it is. The only reason you would take K2 only if you're worried that you don't know what your vitamin D3 levels are at, vitamin D levels is at, and you don't know whether you're taking enough or not. And the only reason you would take vitamin K2 only if you're actually consuming a lot of calcium products, such as a lot of cheeses and so on. But keep in mind, you get plenty of vitamin K2 from fermented foods like sauerkraut, and you get it from consuming a lot of imported cheeses as well too, or egg yolks, or wild sockeye salmon, livers, kidneys, all that stuff. Pescatarian diets are high protein based, are fish protein based, yeah. So a high protein fish base, which is not bad. What the hell is that? Did he grab? Is that his bone? Oh yeah, it is his bone. Yeah, the pescatarian diet should be fine. A lot of Middle Eastern countries, they actually consume high fish such as sardines and olives. So there's nothing wrong with that if you can access to it, but you have to have like a variety of different fish so you can get a proper nutrient density, or else you can become deficient. How about kimchi? Kimchi is not bad. Just be careful of the ingredients. The ingredients are very crucial to actually make sure with the kimchi, because sometimes they use MSG and a lot of hidden flavors in there. Alpha lipoic acid, can anyone take it? Yeah, anyone can take it, alpha lipoic acid, and I highly recommend anybody to take it. If you vitamin D is 70, do you need K2? I think that's below the average. It's all based on your calcium. Like, okay, let's say we know your vitamin D is high or your vitamins D is normal. It's whether you have other issues. You have a joint pain, you have aches, you have calcifications, you have high calcium, you have hyperthyroidism. Then you could add vitamin K2 to actually regulate your calcium. Or you can actually just take magnesium. Magnesium regulates your calcium as well too. Okay, so nothing to worry. Vitamin K2 could be optional. Oh, it's starting to rain again. It's funny, we get the sun for like 5-10 minutes and heavy rain. 5-10 minutes and heavy rain. It's not bad, it's just it prevents you from doing any type of work, because I pulled all the stuff from the bottom because I had them set on the bottom so I can insulate. I finished the installation inside the house and I actually wrapped it, which is good. I'm just gonna do the bottom and around the travel trailer, but most of my wood is wet. So I'm gonna wait a bit. And now it's starting to rain again. Duke, don't go through, please. I intermittently fast, normally 16-8. I have a hard time sleeping. The only reason you have a hard time sleeping, you're probably depleted of glucose, or possibly you have underactive thyroid from doing too much fasting. Mary Jean, I'm trying to finish as fast as possible. My plan was to finish the unit and the bottom before by end of May, so this way I can just decide what I want to do for the inside to close it off. But I'm gonna actually close the inside with I was gonna do it with cedar, but I couldn't find kiln dried cedar. It was too expensive, so I'm just gonna do it with the spruce and maybe give it like a different design or something. Duke, let's go inside, it's raining. Come on, it's raining. Yeah, it's starting to rain heavy. Let's go. Let's go inside. And the thing is, it gets like super hot, super cold, super hot, super cold, so you don't know what the hell to wear. So we're inside. So there's a place you guys can see it's all kind of wrapped nicely. Got it all done. I just have to do the frame around the window, around the door, and that's done here. Do you know what could help with energy, productivity? L-theanine and D-ribose. Let's sit on the ladder, Duke. I need to sit. You know we don't play inside the house. There you go. All wise gave you the answer, Mario. So why the question is, we always you guys always ask me questions on related things. What can we do to fix this? What can we do to fix that? The problem is, not many of you guys are looking at your diet. Now, what makes you think that the diet is good? Sometimes It could be something you're consuming that's actually draining your energy. It could be something that you're consuming or you're doing that is actually reducing your mitochondria from functioning correctly. So there's a lot of things we have to look into. Can you take multiple types of magnesium, or should we just stick with one? No, you can take multiple kinds. I take, for example, magnesium glycinate. Relax. I take magnesium glycinate at night, so it helps me relax. During the daytime, I take magnesium ionic chloride, so this way I can get the most absorbable magnesium into my cells. So definitely you can take. If you want to take magnesium L-threonate for the brain function, you want to take magnesium citrate if you have kidney stones. So there's a lot of different forms of magnesium you can definitely take. But as well, you guys' lifestyle plays a huge role. You just have to adjust and take whatever you require. Duke, we don't play inside the house. You know that. Go relax. Wait till the rain stops. We'll go outside again. You got it, bud? Good. So there we go. So we got everything. I already put the caulk and seal all around the doors, the windows. So this way it prevents some moisture as well. So we got all of it done. I just have to do the bottom and the trailer. And my plan was to finish it before this weekend, but the rain is killing me. I can't even take my miter saw outside and cut. I can't do anything. So I might today just measure up and do I gotta build a small desk so I can sit instead of keep standing while I'm actually working on the computer, because my legs are giving up standing all day. So we'll do that. What's magnesium threonate for? Mostly for brain function more than anything. Some people, they like it. They say it's effective and it actually passes the blood-brain barrier. I like L-theanine for relaxation, let's say, or to actually give you like a cognition enhancement, because it actually works way faster than magnesium L-threonate, and it's like a fraction of the price. Always, sometimes we do need supplements. That's the problem. The problem is a lot of our food system, a lot of our sources have been depleted. And the last time they did a test was back in 1939, and 1939 we're already at 20% depleted. So that's why supplementation does come and plays a huge role. Now, yeah, don't get me wrong. Always, you can actually eat healthy food if you have good sources. It's excellent. If you can grow your own, it's even way better. But the problem is, for an average person to actually go to a grocery store and buy certain foods, certain cuts of meat, and certain greens or vegetables or fruits, most of that stuff is depleted. So sometimes some supplements have to be required just because we don't get it from our food, unfortunately. And it's too bad. Seriously, it's too bad. And a lot of our food system is so heavily processed sometimes that we don't even know it, that most of our nutrients are just flushed out. Which is to be honest with you, it sucks. So imagine from 1939, last testing was done, we actually had like a massive loss in our nutrients. So imagine now, we're in 2024, years later, what's left in our ground is nothing. And the only way you can tell your ground, your dirt is still in good shape or has some nutrients, only if you have wild horsetail growing, because that's technically, it tells you that the land is still raw. And the problem is we get so much chemtrail being sprayed on us that it's full of heavy metals. Maurice, elite eats food that we eat. Definitely no. Not really, no. That's what you think. They actually consume other things that it's not actually shown to public, and it's not shared with the public. Which magnesium helps for the heart? You have magnesium ionic chloride. That's the one that you need to heart to actually saturate your cells. My creatinine levels are always higher than the maximum. Creatinine means nothing. It's whether you're actually training lots. That number is going to fluctuate. It's always good to get your creatinine and your albumin tested, and we can check the ratio. Getting a creatinine by itself, it's irrelevant. Can I take vitamin D3 plus K2 even if it's increasing my calcium level? K2 is not going to increase your calcium level. It's going to actually regulate it for you. Creatine, should we? Yeah, you can use creatine if you want. You do get it quite a bit in food, especially if you eat in fish, roughly about 1 to 3 grams. If you eat about a pound of fish, but if you don't, then you can definitely take creatine to actually spike your mitochondria or help your cognition as well too. 100%. It's not gonna affect it. You are my age and you are fighting gravity more and more. The grocery store is loaded with poison. Oh, 100%. 100%. It is loaded with poison, imagine, they all after you, after us, to make us sick. We're sick, we're gonna spend more money, right? That's the way it works. What country are you in? I'm in Canada, Selena. My ears are burning with rubber, sounding ducks. It's your oxalates. You might have oxalates issue. I'm on a blood thinner. How can I get K2 or NATO? How can I get? You can take K2 or NATO to actually get off blood thinners. Add garlic, cayenne as well. There's a lot of things you can definitely do. Can hardly buy anything, but I'm happy. As long as you guys can. Hey, don't rip it. As long as you guys, sorry, he's trying to rip the screen of the door. He did it yesterday twice. As long as you're getting a good source of meat, you should be fine. Forget everything else. What trace mineral supplement should I use that has the ones you need? I have the link on my profile bio for the one I use. It actually comes from Australia. It has all the trace minerals. It has the magnesium and it's a balanced electrolytes. What are you building? Oh, that's my tiny house, guys, that I started building. I built it last year, so this year I've been here 2 weeks already. So I started a couple days ago doing the installation, and I have it wrapped right now, as you guys can see. Finally finished it. So I'm just doing the ground, well, the floor, sorry. Then I'll start doing my travel trailer because I have the travel trailer attached, as you can see behind me, the door. So I'm just gonna make a frame here and a frame there, so this will be like easy entrance. Do you wear any kind of sunblock? None. You're not supposed to wear that poison. Is hummus any good? Oh yeah, it's good, especially if sprouted. Make sure your chickpeas are sprouted and organic. Very, very important. High fructose corn. Oh, high fructose corn syrup, salt, sugar, seed oils. All that stuff is garbage. That's what causes heart disease. That's what kind of kills us. All the heavily processed that should be actually used for vehicle oils, not on a human. And yet people are so ignorant that still don't even realize how much poison we're getting in our system. I need to get my chair out here. I have a little chair that has wheels because my little back is hurting. Hey Maurice, I hope you're well. Waiting on the 23andMe for my son. I'll be in touch. Thank you. Sounds good. Sounds good. Yeah, let me know once you get it. And I'll definitely look into it for you and we can go from there. Let's get my little working chair. I bought this little working chair because, after you stand for like 8-10 hours on the ladder going up and down, freaking back hurts. There we go. Finally get a chance to sit down. Hi, I heard you say before, most of us are low on boron and iodine. Anything else? Selenium, if you have issue with your heart, vitamin D, and magnesium. Magnesium is the most important between all of them. What kind of water do you drink? I drink straight from the mountain, creek water, spring creek water. Directly. It's awesome. Is zinc oxide okay for sunblock? I would never use anything for sunblock. You don't need it. Let your skin actually do its own adjustment. Hi Maurice, loving your videos. What dosage of taurine, L-arginine, and D-ribose would you recommend for a middle-aged man? Taurine, 3,000 milligrams every 4 hours for the first 90 days, and after that, cut it down to 1,000 milligrams. D-ribose, at least 5 grams a day, no more than that. Unless you have heart disease, you can go as high as 10 grams. For L-arginine, if you're gonna take L-arginine, you need roughly anywhere between 6 to 8 grams, but the problem is with L-arginine, if you don't take an antioxidant like vitamin C of 3,000 milligrams or alpha-lipoic acid of 1,000 milligrams, most of that L-arginine is going to end up converting to oxidative stress. So you got to be careful. Arginine is an amino acid to actually convert to nitric oxide. But you guys got to be careful what you use nitric oxide, because with L-arginine, it does not enhance so much of the eNOS, which is the endothelium nitric oxide. It actually activates induced nitric oxide. And having too much induced nitric oxide, it could actually cause oxidative damage. Beetroot juice or whole beet eating. Beetroot juice, you have to actually consume, or whole beet, you have to consume at least 300 grams to get 500 milligrams of nitrate for the nitrate to convert to nitric oxide. The problem is when you have oxalates and you have lots of fructose in it, is gonna prevent from proper absorption. I would actually drop the L-arginine and I buy the one I get. It has potassium nitrate, beetroot extract, 25%. It's a patent design that actually lasts for 8 hours in your body. L-arginine will maximum will give you 2 hours. Is it true sunlight is good for vitamin D? And what is vitamin D needed for the body for? Vitamin D, so think of magnesium has about 300 functions. Vitamin D is actually a hormone that has more than 300 to 400 functions as well. Blood pressure, heart function, skin, eyes, everything you name it, you need it. Vitamin D is very, very crucial for the body. You get it from certain foods like cod liver oil, egg yolks, wild-caught salmon. And if you don't eat any of that stuff, then, and if you don't have good sun like we don't here, because you get about 20,000 IU per 30 minutes standing in the sun, especially when you let it shoot on your chest and eyes, you probably end up have to possibly dose with a supplement. What's it's called, the one you get? Oh, I have it on my website, London, for the it goes by the name of Berkeley. It is only available for practitioners, but I did put my code on there so you guys can actually get it directly. It is under my website. If you can't find it under my website, let me know. I can send you the link, no problem. You live close to where you get water? Yes, it's 30 seconds behind me. I have magnesium glycinate. How many milligrams? I'm 200 pounds. Start with 200 milligrams 30 minutes before you sleep. If it's working good for you, stick with it. If not, you might increase up to like 350 for your weight. I will check it out. Thank you. Yeah, let me know, London Guy. And if you can't find it, I can send you the link. No problem. Can you show us the river? It's not a river. It's a creek. If I go up there, then I'm probably going to end up losing signal. And we'll have to wait now because it is raining pretty harsh outside. So maybe next time, or when the rain stops, if it's not too wet, because my shoes already, I had to put them on the heater like 3 times. Do liquid supplements need to be taken with food? It's not whether liquid, so you have to think of it that way. Anything that is a fat soluble requires to be with food. Anything that is a water soluble or amino acid does not have to be with food. It's great when you help people. I appreciate it. Cheers, John. Thanks so much for the comment. I appreciate that. Can I take magnesium glycinate and threonate separately? I can't find Mactine. Yeah, you can take them separately, and I would take them separately too. There's no point of taking them together. One helps you relax, one helps you with the cognition. Hey guys, let's tap the screen. We can get more viewers. We can get more questions joining us. And you guys don't forget to download my free ebook as well if you get a chance. Would be great. Guys on YouTube, now we have super likes. If you guys want to do support with super likes, would be awesome. Should we supplement electrolytes daily? Well, see, the trace minerals that I take, and I mentioned numerous times, it does have the trace minerals, proper combination of electrolytes and magnesium. 100% you need it, no matter what. That's the only way your heart can function, and that's the only way you can actually allow proper nitric oxide to be activated. Can you take too much magnesium glycinate? Take more in the middle of the night if I can't sleep. You can take more, it's not going to harm you. The only thing is if your body does not absorb it, you're going to wake up the next day and you're going to rush to the toilet because you might have like a soft stool effect. So everybody has a tolerance level per dose. So a dose could be 200 to 400 milligrams. Try not to exceed that, or else you're just going to flush out from your intestine. I take nitric acid, nitric oxide. Are you talking? We're talking about nitric oxide to actually vasodilate the arteries for your heart, for your system, for your gut, for your brain. It does a lot of cool things. You're taking the one by Berkeley. If it's not by Berkeley, then the one you're all the supplements out there, they only release anywhere between 6 seconds to an hour. The one by Berkeley releases up to 8 hours. That's why it's a patent design. Which supplement for the eyes, please? Eye retina in particular. For the retina, it's all, if you have issues, it's mostly gonna be lutein with astaxanthin and nitric oxide. Nitric oxide is a vasodilator and opens up your capillaries. Then you have your lutein to actually strengthen the vision, and you have astaxanthin. Yes, by Berkeley. I have the link on my profile bio, Happy Rosie. So check it out. Should we supplement? Citrulline and L-arginine are the same, which is good. I would never use any of them because you still have to use alpha-lipoic acid or vitamin C to prevent any oxidation for the conversion. And plus, you gotta take almost about 80 grams of L-arginine. You need to take about 6 grams of citrulline. How much lutein? Anywhere between 200 to 500 milligrams, and astaxanthin has to be about minimum 12 milligrams. Minimum 12 milligrams. So it is good to actually get that. I'm only gonna stay here, guys, for about an hour. Is taurine good for eye health? Yes, 100%. Taurine is heavily found in your eyes, in your brain, in your chest. Sorry, in your heart. And you guys just reminded me, I have to take mine right now because I haven't taken any. I totally forgot. Let's grab some right now. I need some. I hate this weather because, it gets like super rainy, super hot. You take the shirt off, then it gets super cold again. It just fluctuates so much. So there's 3,000 milligrams. Is it possible to lower statin dose with lifestyle changes? 100%, yes. Do you not put it in water? No, I just put it in my mouth and I drink water right after. It's tasteless. In your opinion, drinking 1 liter of raw milk kefir, through the day, too much? It's not whether it's too much or not, it's whether your body requires it or not. The problem is, the more you reuse the formula of kefir, the strains to actually make more kefir, the stronger it gets. And the stronger it gets, you don't need that much. But if you can actually take a liter a day, make sure it is homemade, not store-bought, that's really good because it's actually really good probiotics for your gut. The taurine I take, it is a Canadian brand. It's not found in the US, guys. Please explain why iodine is so crucial. Started last week and I am sleeping so deeply. It works. Iodine is, we're all deficient, and the problem is nobody knows how much iodine they're supposed to take. I can't share that because I might get shut down, but John, is way more than, I think you're probably taking 1 milligram. So think of iodine like vitamin D3 and magnesium. It is very crucial for the body. Very crucial for the body to actually use. Very crucial, and yeah, it will change your life night and day because it's, other than supporting your thyroid, it supports a lot of different functions in the body as well too. What is glucose, fructose exactly, please? Glucose is an energy molecule that gets processed into your liver. So fructose that comes from fruits, our body cannot recognize it, so it has to go through your liver, and liver has to actually process it into glucose. But the problem is a lot of people cannot process fructose as well, so they end up getting like a fatty liver disease. And that's where we end up having insulin resistance issue. What kind of taurine? There's only one kind of taurine. Taurine comes as an amino acid, pure. Do you recommend collagen? Yeah, if you're able to get type 1 and type 3 would be great. Do you still do the Wim Hof breathing? I haven't, because I just got a new breathing unit. I'm gonna test it out. Since I've been here for 2 weeks, I haven't, because I've been extremely busy, which is kind of sucks. I'm on statin to water labels, but I want to stop. I've been a year on. What can I take? Teresa, book a time with me, and we have to wean off correctly. Is vitamin D levels of 63 adequate? I'll have to check the levels that you're giving me, because it's different here in my area. I want to fast, but have to take half and half with my coffee in the morning. Does it really make a difference? Yeah, half and half is infused with sugar. Better if you go with 35 heavy whipping cream, then you can continue with the fasting. I take levothyroxine. Should I still take iodine? You could, but they have to be a couple hours apart. And levothyroxine, if you have underactive thyroid, if you still have your thyroid intact, not removed, you can actually fix it. Which iodine supplement can you recommend? I can't recommend any, because I can't find anything here. You'll have to actually, probably best way to get it would be to go to your nearest pharmacy and kind of get the iodine from there, or the one that you're gonna buy from iHerb. A lot of places are very, very small. See, John is taking 200 micrograms of iodine sufficient. It stays, so 200 micrograms is very minimal compared to 1 milligram, or we're talking 100 milligrams daily. That's like what I've came across, a lot of studies like that, to fulfill. The whole idea is to fulfill missing gap, not just to kind of maintain our deficiency. Vanadium, chromium supplements, cinnamon, correct, type and feel good. Urbinate. I'm taking kelp supplement. Is it okay? Kelp supplement's fine. Yeah, you should get good enough amount of it. I take, have you come across carbon 60, also known as C60? I have, and I've tested it, and I didn't really feel a difference. I did numerous blood work, very expensive product, did not really see it different in inflammatory factors as they claim. How much should be the normal glucose levels all the time? It's not whether it's glucose, it's whether your HbA1c level at 5.1% or not. I don't care about your glucose. I care more about your HbA1c levels. Your glucose is always going to fluctuate. What time of the day should I need taking taurine? Every 3-4 hours. It should be consumed on an empty stomach every couple hours. The problem is with C60 London, sometimes you might maybe buy it to try it, you might find it too expensive and might not work as good, so sometimes you end up wasting money. I tell this to everybody: if you can buy a product and actually use it for at least 6 months or a year, then don't bother buying it. What levels do you use? I can convert it. I'll have to check for you. You'll have to check. I'll have to go on a computer and check what's the nanometer per millimeter for your dose. It should tell you on the blood work whether you're actually in range or not. Danielle. Hi Maurice, what is the best way to detox kidney and guts due to deworm and medication like regular vitamins? Take 2 glasses of water first thing in the morning. Any comments? Thank you. For detoxification, you need taurine, NAC, alpha lipoic acid. You can also use zeolite. I eat Himalayan salt and take trace minerals. Are they the same minerals? They are, but you're going to get way more out of the trace minerals compared to Himalayan salt. Way more. I use Bob Greska C60, very concentrated. Have you seen this one? I don't think I've seen that one. I've tried maybe a different brand for a couple months. How you like it so far? Is TSH of 1.47 good? TSH is irrelevant. It's better to get your T3, reverse T3. That's when you know whether it's actually converting correctly or not. 7 okay. And A1C, no, it has to be 5.1. That's way too high, 7. Colostrum, what do you think? Colostrum is good if you can get your hands on it. Good quality product. It's good for the gut. Very bad leg circle. What can older person take? She got lung COPD and very long NAC, 2400 milligrams every 4 hours. On and off every 10 days. You go off for about 4 or 5 days. It's very good. I would recommend checking it out. I will check it out. Yeah, for sure. Because the one I've used, I think, was done by Bucky Labs. It's a manufacturer actually for some of the companies. And I didn't really feel a whole lot. It's very pricey. They gave me one was like almost $1,100, but didn't really feel much. Rosemary for hair loss? Yeah, try it out. Let me know how it works. Maybe I'll try it once you give it a shot. Tried Mini C60 also, and this one is the best. Is it pretty expensive? Did you spend a lot of money on it? Because they are very expensive when you get like the pure form. What do you recommend for Malaysia? Is zeolite okay only for detox rather than the rest? You mentioned it's good for detox because it captures all the inorganic materials and it flushes them out. A lot of heavy metal flush out as well too from your system, kidneys and liver. What do you think about trig on the road? What do you mean trig? How to reduce uric acid? You can cherry tart, celery seeds. What else could help? These would be like my top that I found that they actually work really good. It's around 70 euros for 45 days. Oh, that's not bad then. That's not bad compared to some of the ones I tried. Yeah, that's pretty good pricing actually. Weight loss supplement? Change your diet. Shift all your carbohydrates. You don't need carbohydrates every day, Amber. You don't need carbohydrates in the morning. Switch all your carbohydrates from morning till evening. I'm sorry, but I was trying to say, what do you think about how do you cure? I'll send you some information. Maybe send me a message. I'll give you some info. I saw your video on gout. Very informative. Go watch it, guys. Thank you. Cheers. Yeah, there's a lot of information on there on the YouTube gout. And I think I did put it on TikTok as well too. So definitely guys check it out. I think there's like, I put like 7 different strategies for it. Isn't it true that people waste money on supplements because they don't take enough? It's true, they don't take enough because the problem is everybody follows the directions on the back of the bottle. And all it does is just puts you in a maintenance zone. It doesn't really fix the issue. So you might go, 5, 6, 7, 10 bottles down the road till you actually start to feel a difference. So it's all about mega dosing. Once you mega dose properly to your correct way, then you can actually, once you fix your deficiency, then you can actually go on a maintenance level. But you have to fix that deficiency first. And some people ask me, well, are we supposed to go on these supplements for life? Well, the problem is, what made you become deficient in the first place? Because obviously you're not getting it from the food you're consuming, or there's certain foods you consume that you don't have that mineral or that vitamin. So technically that has to be there for life until you start to consume certain foods. Can you take berberine with insulin? Yeah, you could. Berberine, think of it as a food item. It's not going to conflict. But just make sure eventually when berberine start working in your system after 40 some days, you just have to kind of start to wean off maybe the insulin shots. Don't you worry about your liver with too many supplements? No, as long as you're actually detoxifying correctly, and as long as you're doing some intermittent fasting, so you allow your body to detoxify, because sometimes some supplements could contain heavy metals, and that's what you have to worry about. But as long as you maintain that habit of changing, intermittent fasting, eating the right food, you can always actually flush out your livers. Ritik, I'll do a video on that because I don't have much information to give you right now on DHT. Is Tatka good for the liver detox? It's not bad. It has many functions, but it's not as powerful as zeolite. How about taking too much calcium? Why would you want to take calcium? Where would you get calcium from? As a supplement, I highly don't recommend taking any supplement that has calcium in it. If anything, it's going to cause more of an issue more than anything. What are the heavy metal supplements? Well, a lot of the supplements contain heavy metals. If you ever get a supplement and you ask the company for certificate of analysis, you're going to find that they contain aluminum, they contain lead, they contain traces of E. coli, they contain so many different traces. It doesn't mean it's going to hurt you, but it means that over time, over period, it could affect you somehow. Zeolite or activated charcoal? Zeolite. Activated charcoal is good for, if you want a fix on the spot, especially if you get, let's say, food poisoning, for example. Milk thistle is excellent for the liver, 100%. You boost up your glutathione in the liver, which is amazing. What natural calcium would you recommend? Well, you get calcium in everything. There's no point of actually worrying about calcium too much. Sea moss, turmeric. I'm 51, eat lots of vegetables and quality protein. Do I need to supplement with multivitamins? I don't know that, John, because the problem is you have to kind of monitor and you have to be tuned in with your body. If you're tuned in with your body and you know exactly what's happening in your system, and if you have any type of symptoms, any symptoms you get, these are actually deficiencies. If you don't get symptoms, that means everything looks good. But everybody has a deficiency, and sometimes it's always good to get a test. Whether like a 23andMe, and I can actually run a report for you, or to see what your body requires the most, or you can get like a full-blown profile on vitamins and minerals to see exactly what's missing. But every individual that I've met over the past 20 years, they're all deficient in minerals. We don't get it in our soil anymore because it's been depleted. So no matter what, taking a good source of trace minerals is good. Eating vegetables and so many other things, as you mentioned, it doesn't mean much, because keep in mind, a lot of the vegetables, they contain oxalates, they contain heavy fiber, and they contain anti-nutrients. So they do flush out certain vitamins and minerals from your body. So we have to be careful. When taking zeolite, how long to take for? Fasting, how long to take for? Supplements. When you take zeolite, it could be like a process. You take it for about 90 days, then you can see how you feel. Do you need it again? Does your body feels better? Do you feel you have energy? Do you feel sluggish? So it's all based on how you feel if you don't want to keep spending money and doing testing, like hair analysis and other things. How is 23andMe going to help? Well, 23andMe does 650,000 synapse. Once you get that synapse, you can actually give it to me, and it'll take me about 6 hours to actually read your synapse, because based on your genome or based on your genetic type, you will always be deficient in at least a handful of vitamins and minerals. Could be roughly about 2 or 3 or at least 4. Where if you have these 3 or 4 vitamins and minerals, you could actually activate what is called a dirty gene, and these dirty genes could actually cause heart disease, stroke, diabetes, or other things, or you could be prone to these things. So that's why it is sometimes ideal to get. Isn't it easier to have Celtic salt in one go since it's... No, it's not, because it does not contain, and it's heavily radiated as well too, compared to trace minerals. Cheers. Thanks so much, Dave Juice, for the sunglasses. Thank you. Maurice, soon as I stopped sugar, my acid pH improved dramatically. Oh, 100%, 100%. I suffered acid reflux for years. Yeah, 100%. Sugar is mostly, it's the main culprit for most of the issues out there. So the gene test everyone is talking about, is there's a gene test that, Gary Brecka and a whole bunch of other stupid influencers, they actually push people to get it. These are only testing like 3 genes or 5 genes. If you get the 23andMe or the Heritage, you're getting 650,000 synapse. And from there, I can do the analysis on it, and I can actually break it down for you in specific, instead of spending a couple $100 for only 4 or 5. Is chest pain possible acid reflux? Chest pain is it's most of the time is pancreas issue or liver. Hey Drew, how are you? Gabriel, at the moment, I'm treating mouth candidiasis with natural stuff like garlic, perfect, and citromycin, cloves and such. I'm eating no sugar at all. Any tips on how I can speed up the fungus? Well, you need antibacterial as well. You got oregano under your tongue, would be great to actually have. You can use tea tree oil. You can use MCT, antibacterial. You can use berberine, antibacterial, anti-inflammation. So there's a lot of these things. And you can use colloidal silver, half a teaspoon in the morning, half a teaspoon at night, and cycle. Curious about calcium, large doses. What about calcium? I would never take calcium. You don't need calcium at all. How much does a 23andMe test cost, and where do you can actually go on Amazon, they sell it. I think you can buy it for like $150 or something. They'll send you the kit. You do like the mouth swab, you send it back, they send you the results, and once they send you the raw form, You can say, okay, Maurice, I'm going to send you the raw form. Can you do the full analysis? I do charge $100, but I do give you a full 12-page analysis for your training, for your sleep, for your vitamins, for your minerals, for any genetic disorders and other things. And it'll be like, based on that, that's how you should actually possibly supplement. And I'll actually, seriously, you'll save a lot of money compared to actually going to a lot of other companies where they're charging hundreds of dollars and they only give you like 5 genes, while I'll give you almost most of them. I did a great thing this week. I'm now use ghee and beef tallow. Cheers to that. 100% natural. 24-hour fasting removes heavy metals. Very rarely, very small percentage. Very small percentage. What's the best to take for joints and muscular pains? Your joint and muscular pain is possibly due to heavy oxalate intake of food. So you might have to actually take D-ribose and heavy magnesium intake. How do we contact you for that analysis? You can actually send me an email. I don't know if on YouTube, can you go to like my main page where you have access to my email or my phone number, or you can, we can go from there and I can get it done for you, London. That's usually how everybody contacts me unless they book an appointment. Yeah. Let me know if you can find it. If you can't find it, put a comment on a video and I can respond and we can touch base. What's the best nitric oxide supplement? Again, George, I have the best nitric oxide. I'll put it on this YouTube channel. I can't write it right now, and I'll give you the link for the one I use where it actually activates for 8 hours. The email is not there. London, if you're able to comment on that video, hey, Maurice, I'm looking to get a hold of you or something like that, and I can send you my email and you can definitely respond. And I'll check my profile. I should actually have the website or my email at least. I would actually suggest for the muscular pains and joints. So the joints could actually vary. It could be vitamin D3 and K2 deficiency and magnesium, because that's how they actually work synergistic with each other with borax. Borax is a detergent, that's what I would do as a first step. Now, if there is a muscular pain, that's usually something to do with your mitochondria. So you could possibly need like creatine and probably to boost up your mitochondria with it. Neuropathy sufferers, acetyl L-carnitine. Drink milk? Not really. If you can get your hands on good raw milk, I would say yes. Click on the photo, London, and then click the link below. So Gia, London is in, I'm talking to him, he's on YouTube. I think on YouTube is different than TikTok because I have both videos running the same time right now. So this way I can keep a recording for you guys on YouTube. So I think on YouTube is different. Maybe when you click on the picture, I don't know if it takes you to my main profile. So we should take D3 and magnesium together. Doesn't have to be together, but could be the same day, because magnesium does help with the methylation of vitamin D3. Let's get some raw milk then. I wish we can get some raw milk, Jose. We don't anymore. Here has been banned from Canada for the past, as far as I remember, 18 years. We don't get any more raw milk. So that's why I haven't had milk. I can only get it if I get it from like a local farm, yeah, but if not, that's it. I want your contact details too, please. Yeah, you can reach out to me through my profile picture. You can go to my main webpage and connect with me. Need to buy a cow. I rather buy a goat, actually. The milk of the goat is actually much more dense nutrient than a cow. Reason for slightly elevated calcium: either you have too much vitamin D3 or your body, or you have hyperthyroidism. Lots of farmers have raw milk. They do if I can get a hold of them. It's a hidden secret right now in a lot of locations, because they kind of get worried from a lot of governments. They'll shut them down unless I have my own goat. Maybe if everything goes good this winter and see how it's like, by next year I'm gonna actually probably get me a small goat, because I'm thinking if the rain stops and I can finish my chicken coop, that's the first thing I want to start with, is chicken, so I can eat eggs, because I eat like almost, between me and Duke, at least a good 10 eggs a day. How do you take borax? 1/8 of a teaspoon, which is equivalent to about 32 milligrams of boron. You mix it with 1 liter of water. It's always, it always has to be on the down low for milk. Oh, 100%. It's crazy. Is this Syria? What? Let's get some raw milk. Will be living permanently in this cabin? Yes, that's the plan. I'll be staying here in this cabin, even through the winter and everything, 100%. Technically, I don't want to go to town. I don't have to go to town. I'm gonna try to actually maintain everything through here, whether I have a cow or a goat and chicken. That's all I need for food and be able to go fishing. Um, I haven't gone fishing for 2 years. The plan is to start going. I'm gonna try to leave Duke by himself on the land here, and hopefully he looks after the place because he kind of got used to the idea of him going with me everywhere. As you can see, he's sitting outside waiting for me. He's relaxing, but would love to actually take him with me. But when it's too hot, he wants to play more than anything, and it is a small kayak. So if he loves to go to the water, maybe I'll start taking him with me and get a bigger kayak if I'm able to afford it. If not, I'll keep him here and I'll go fishing for like an hour, get some fish, come back. It'll be nice. That'll be actually good. 2 years ago, I was getting like 2 fish every day. Make some fishing and hunting videos. Oh, I will. That's the plan, Jose. I want to make some fishing and hunting videos. I might maybe record the whole chicken coop building. I might put the camera in like a fast speed and just kind of record the whole thing. Never done one before. I don't have no plan or nothing, so I'm just gonna do the floor, put the walls up, make a window, make a little entrance, and done with for the chicken, and make like 4 sections so I can have at least 4 or 5 chickens as a start and see how it goes. We'll see. There's a lot of things to do, and the thing is, sometimes I don't have enough time because trust me, it's tough, with the consultation, helping people, doing live, playing with Duke for an hour or two, then trying to actually finish the house and trying to get everything. And so sometimes you look at the day and not many hours left, and especially when the day is like this, as you guys can see, it's like cloudy and it's still raining. Where do you live? I'm in Canada. Are you still on carnivore diet? Yes. It's 10 years and 2 months now. Cheers. I must pick up my son up. Thank you. Nice to hear you're live. Cheers, Drew. Have a good day. Definitely. Stop and smell the roses. Oh, 100%. We need to take a break once in a while. I have no roses here. I have to grow some. I have to grow some. We're getting there, guys. We're getting there. Like, I'm excited that I actually finished the whole inside. Now I just gotta get the wood stove. I have to order the proper pipe because I actually ordered a big stove in here, so it's gonna be nice and warm. And that's why I'm ripping the door open and the window, so this way we get like heat flowing through the trailer and back. And if all that stuff set up, my power is set up. The only thing that I'm actually still worried about right now is my water, because what is coming from, it's hard to actually get proper. So I have to put like a big 1,000 liter, collect the water, and actually put the hose about 4 feet underground so it doesn't freeze, or else I won't have water in the winter. That's the only thing that is stressing me out. And nobody's willing to help you around here unless I find somebody that has like a local excavator. But I have to do the whole design myself, so I'm still kind of looking into that. So still a lot of work, but I think I am getting there. It's coming close. I'm just drafting things up, and hopefully we can get it up and working. What's your opinion on 1,2,4 level of alkaline phosphatase? I have to look into it. I haven't looked into that to see exactly. Maybe send me a direct DM. I can look into it. Are you gonna install a wood stove? I am, yes. It's gonna be in this corner. See where the pipe is on the top? I had a small one. I'm trying to sell. It was way too small. I got ripped off online. They sold me this little guy. If you guys can see it, the Grizzly. It's so freaking tiny that it takes like a 6-inch log, and it's like I have to sit there and keep feeding it. So I got one almost 4 times the size, where I can put a 16-inch log and it can last me 6 hours. This guy here gave me such a hard time, so I'm trying to sell it. I use it for like not even half a day, and I'm gonna get rid of it. Hopefully I can get somebody to actually buy it and make my money back at least. What do you think about distilled water, and then about trace minerals? I would not do distilled water. If you're gonna do distilled water, it's gonna actually flush out organic and inorganic material from your system. I did it for 6 months straight, and that's why I end up getting a regular heartbeat, because it flushes out all the good minerals as well too. So be careful of it. It is good to do every 6 months. If you want to do like a 5-day distilled water, it's fine, but don't do it often. Even if you're adding trace minerals to it, it still flushes them out from your livers and kidneys, especially your kidneys. Can overstimulate your kidneys so much. So stay away from distilled water. I was actually making my own distilled water. I had a machine, and it takes roughly about 8 hours. It'll give me roughly about 4 liters. So I was drinking that. Um, I would actually do it myself from like regular water and stuff, but it actually caused more harm than good. And I start to get dizzy loss, start to have a regular heartbeat, everything. I have a regular heartbeat now. Oh, I can fix that for you, London, very easily. Very easily. I've been through that experience, and I did a lot of heavy testing and everything, and that's why I wrote the ebook on heart arrhythmia, because a regular heartbeat does fall into the heart arrhythmia section. Hey, Free Angel, change the door seal on the stove. Fumes can come inside. It does actually have a special seal on it. It is meant for indoors, actually. It is. So it should be fine. There shouldn't be any fumes. And I'm gonna install a small machine for any fumes that actually leak out and stuff. Hey, Free Angel, how are ya? I'll stop today. It's scary. Yeah, definitely stop. Don't take any. Don't take any at all. It's gonna actually, you know, it's okay if you lose the inorganic material, but to lose both the inorganic and organic material, you're gonna ruin your body, especially your heart. You can actually seize it up. So definitely be careful. Definitely be careful. And I know there was a group of a carnivorous dieters about 5 years ago. They came up with the concept. It's like, well, we should not be drinking water. If we're gonna drink water, we need to drink distilled water. And that's what I actually went into a testing phase, because I like to test everything to the extreme. And I did it for 6 months straight, and trust me, it was like brutal. I would have a regular heartbeat for 12 hours straight daily. I could not sleep most of the time. Good to see you here in TikTok. Cheers. What is your daily diet? What is my daily diet? Meat and eggs. Meat and eggs, meat and eggs, meat and eggs every single day. But I do a carb load every Saturday. Now, when the summer hits, I'll be doing a carb load once every 4 days, because or else I'm gonna end up losing a lot of weight. I don't want to lose a lot of weight, because the only reason I lose weight because the amount of movement I do, because I'm trying to finish building and do so many things. So my days becomes like a 16-day long, and I end up not eating enough, no more than a meal a day, so I get stuff. Looks hot? It's freaking cold. Look at that. It's raining. I haven't gone outside. Look at that. It's wet. But let's go outside. I think it stopped a bit. It's hot inside because it's all insulated now. And yeah, most of my diet is raw too, guys, just to let you know. 80% raw. I did 100% raw for 3 years. I did that because I wanted to fix my irregular heartbeat fast, because it was very uncomfortable and very scary. Very scary. Cooking in air fryer is carcinogenic. Oh, 100%. Your air fryer is like has a Teflon and a whole bunch of other stuff, unless you have one that's made from pure stainless steel. I would never touch that garbage stuff. It's not good for you. Foods to help with IBS. It's not about the food. You have to actually fix your IBS. If you already have an IBS issue, it's a digestion issue. You probably over ruined your pancreas. Book a time with me. I can definitely help you with that. What food do you do raw? I do mostly beef, yak, egg yolks. Raw eggs, only the yolk. Were not designed to have proper digestive juices to actually break the egg white. So the egg white has to be cooked, or just dispose of it and just use the egg yolk. The egg yolk, yes, you can eat it raw 100%. 100% you could. Cook it in air fryer, damn, it looks nice there. It is beautiful, it's just the weather. Been here 2 weeks now, and 2 weeks just pure rain every day. Hey, Michelle, how are you? Hey, Duke. I know. We'll go out in a bit. It's chilly. So I took my freaking sweater off. Now I'm getting cold again. That's how bad it is. Seriously. It's just so what happened is we get sun for 5 minutes, it rains for an hour. Sun for 5 minutes, it rains for an hour. It's like non-stop. It's insane. And we still have snow on the mountain. And usually this never happens. This is the first year. Don't dispose the egg yolk. Use it for your skin. No, no. We eat the egg yolk. If we're eating the egg raw, we don't eat the egg white. I think you misunderstood that. So the egg white, sometimes you can use it for your skin. Yes, not the egg yolk. The egg yolk is actually super delicious, very creamy. What's your take for the irregular heartbeat? I did an ebook on that, Michelle. Go download it, please. Because I had so many questions about irregular heartbeat, palpitations, AFib, tachycardia. So I did the ebook. It took me 20 hours to put it together for you guys. Please download it. It'll give you the full answers. How to fix it ASAP. How long have you been on the meat diet? 10 years and 2 months. Super delicious. 100%. I have left a comment on one of your videos. Please let me know how to contact you. Look forward to speaking with you soon, Maurice. Thank you, brother. Yeah, no problem, London. I will definitely respond and we'll definitely chat from there. Duke wants to go in. Let's go inside. Duke, soon this whole door is just going to stay open, buddy. Oh, he jumps in the bed. He wants to relax. Good. Let me bring my chair in. Do you have veggie fruits? No veggies. I haven't had veggies for years. Fruits, only for the past 2 or 3 years. Whatever I can grow myself, mostly blueberries or strawberries. Then yeah, I would have some. If I'm not able to, I won't buy any from the store because every time I buy some from the store, they're not that good. Veggies, I don't eat that many veggies. Well, I don't really eat veggies at all. Like if you look at the only thing that I like to eat is cucumbers, and the cucumbers are actually considered being a fruit. Avocado is considered being a fruit. I only started doing this in the past 4 years. Prior to that, it was just strictly meat and eggs and fat. But now I do include some to kind of change it up a bit. But keep in mind, Magic, and I've mentioned this years ago, that every influencer whoever's doing a carnivorous diet, you have to add some type of carbohydrates for your glucose levels because not everybody can actually function 100% on it. So that's why I do, and I've been doing it for the past 10 some years. I do what's called the carb load once a week, which is like a Saturday night. So I kind of refuel my body with the glycogen. So this way I don't deplete my glycogen storage. But in the summertime, I have to do it more often, at least every 5 days or every 4 days. Where are you, Maurice? Weather looks like UK, non-stop rain. Yeah, I'm in British Columbia and BC in Canada. Rain, we get 5 minutes of sun and rain, 5 minutes of sun and rain, non-stop. 2 weeks like this now. And it gets a little bit chilly. Here in UK, we'll have the most wettest summer since 1912. I guess we're cloud seeding. Yeah, no kidding. It is cloud seeding. It's all that chemtrail bullshit. You know, we keep getting hit with. The moment like it gets nice and sunny and hot, guess what? You look up the sky, from a clear sky to like lines going across. And it's just been wet, wet, wet. Like seriously, I can't even, you can, my greenhouse, my cucumbers, from like 68 cucumbers down to like 28. I lost like 40 plants because it's like super cold. So it's like, what the hell? What do we do? There's a little guy that you guys want. 50 days of rain promised for UK. Wow. 50 days. That's insane. That's insane. Yeah. So 2 weeks here, 2 weeks rain. I haven't had much to do outside. Every time I'm trying to build my chicken coop or anything like that, it just rains, we come back. And I hate, right when I start doing like, cutting the wood or doing anything, I hate stopping because once you stop, you don't want to get into it again. Lovely dog, Duke. That's little Duke. He's 2 years old. You guys can see him. He wants his love. Okay, Duke, you're good, bud? Yeah, it becomes depressing. Like the weather is so depressing. There's no heat, there's no sun. Like it's almost a month of June, and this morning I actually woke up was 2 degrees, and 2 degrees. That's for like a month of May. That's unheard of. So it's way too cool. What's my cholesterol like? It's in the upper 400. My cholesterol. 70 and sunny in New Jersey. Cheers to that, Mary Jean. I hope you're loving the weather. Where's Duke's mother? He's already originally European, 100% European breed, German Shepherd. But actually, his mother, I think, from France, or it is a European breed. There's Duke. 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 She's not from. Wants to have too much fun. He does this all the time. He sits quiet for like a minute or so, then after that he jumps on me. Right, Duke? He scratched my neck, buddy. Leave my shoes alone. Leave my shoes alone. What would you recommend for underactive thyroid? Your underactive thyroid has nothing to do with your thyroid. It's your gut. 80% is what you're eating that's actually causing that issue. So it's not so much the thyroid itself. I would actually start looking into proper digestion and what you're consuming that is actually causing these issues. So underactive thyroid is mostly either you're consuming too much carbohydrates or possibly not enough carbohydrates if you're on a low carb diet. Isn't 400 cholesterol too high? No, it's not. You used to be, cholesterol 15, 20 years ago was when the upper 450, then you have an issue. But yeah, 400 is fine. Keep in mind, as long as it's not oxidizing. If there is oxidizing, even a cholesterol number with 100 is dangerous. It's all about being oxidized. He wants to play. Like we played today for 2 hours, he still wants to play. Especially when the weather is like this, cloudy and stuff. That's his favorite weather. Is it bad? Stay away from carbs and sugar with high blood pressure? Well, yeah, because they end up causing coagulation. So it becomes to a point where how much does your body need and how much you're burning? What's your carb load like, brother? So the carb load would be consisted of white rice, and the white rice would be anywhere from 2.5 grams to 7 grams per 1 pound of body weight. So I could actually, on one serving, I could probably end up consume about 4 or 5 cups of rice, sometimes up to 6 cups of rice. So we're talking about 1,000 to 1,800 calories worth of carbohydrates. Yes, you do get tired from it, and yes, you'll be like super sleepy, but that's how you actually convert your white rice into fatty acids for the next day. So you have way much energy the next day, and your body has been refueled with a proper glycogen storage. Because if you end up depleting your glycogen storage too much, you end up having thyroid issues and you end up losing weight, especially the way I consume food. Hello, what test do we get to see if cholesterol is oxidized? You can get one test is called OXLDL. That tells you if your cholesterol is being oxidized. And another test would be called LPPLA2. And that tells you whether you have soft plaque inflammation or not. Is it true we should only eat rice that's a day old because of the mold? The only reason it would end up going mold if you keep it outside the fridge. I know, a lot of influencers, they talk about it and don't keep it, don't eat it if it's more than a day old and stuff like that. If it's left in the fridge, it's fine. And make sure your fridge does not have like a high moisture level. Then you're fine. And I would never touch brown rice or anything. It has to be white rice. I don't get much sun exposure, nor I take vitamin D. I eat foods containing vitamin D3. It's fine. It should be fine only if you're actually consuming and you're getting enough. What can make vitamin D3 levels go too high, even with just 4,000 IU? It's all about your digestion. It's all about your digestion and methylation. Your body could be methylating properly. So that could be it. Duke, here, he took. I don't want him to eat that. Shoot, he's gonna have diarrhea. He wrapped one of the shark oil. He does that once in a while, which is fine. It's good to actually clean his system. But the problem is he'll end up waking me up like 2 o'clock in the morning to go outside and poop. and I can't let him go outside by himself because he'll wander in the middle of the night. Is D level 80 okay? I'll have to check what's the levels, whether it's milligrams per deciliter or nanomolars. So it's all kind of varies. I'll have to check into it. What about brown or parboiled? What do you mean by parboiled rice? I would never use brown because due to the gluten and the arsenic in it. So would MTHFR mutation affect the vitamin D absorption? I'll have to look into that. I don't think it should. I don't think it does either, that it actually enhances it. The only reason sometimes you could have high levels is just something to do with the intestine when it's actually produced, or it could be heavily being methylated by magnesium. So I'll have to check on that for you. I can't give you like a straight answer right now. Does good digestion correlate to increased activity? Well, good digestion is gonna actually give you strength, because what you eat, you're either gonna feed a disease or you're gonna actually cure one. And it's all related to your digestive juices, whether you actually have good, proper energetic level or not. I hope that kind of answers the question. But yeah, having a good digestion, you're always gonna have a good mood, a lot of energy, a lot of strength to actually work, or even, you know, whether it's sports or weightlifting or anything like that. You're just gonna have the strength for it because your digestion is nice and relaxed. That's why I tell everybody, you know, whenever you go train or do any type of sports, make sure you are on an empty stomach for at least 3 or 4 hours. That's the best way to do it, because you're gonna probably outperform everyone. Because the moment you consume any type of food while you're actually before like an hour, it's just gonna tire you up. Duke, where's the ball? What's the best, healthiest way to eat cooked eggs? Fried? Yeah, but don't cook the yolk. Keep the yolk nice and raw. What would be the food to encourage gut bacteria? You need the prebiotics. That's what you need to look for, prebiotics. Prebiotics would be white rice, sweet potatoes, watermelon, grapes, anything that is resistant starches. All that stuff would actually help quite a bit. I've had a stent. Is it okay to do weightlift training? Oh, 100%, yeah. It's not gonna conflict. It's not gonna conflict at all. And it's gonna actually strengthen your blood flow. And that's what you need. Guys, I'll stay on for about maybe 5-10 more minutes because I have a meeting coming up here shortly. So I'll take one more question and we'll call it a day, and definitely I'll come back again, hopefully tomorrow, maybe a little bit later, because if the weather is nice, I'll have to finish a few more things. What's the best parasite cleanse? Call, take one more request. One of the best parasite cleanse you can use for parasites. You can use colloidal silver, you can use black walnut, full moon, there's wormwood. There's a lot of things you can do for parasite cleansing. I'm diabetic, type 2, keto, best. Yeah, keto is good, carnivore is good. Maurice, is this a marvelous channel? How often are you on? Hey Brian, I'm trying to come on every day for at least an hour and a half if I could. I know I've been busy trying to build my tiny house right now out of off a grid, but definitely trying daily to come in here. I've been consistent, but sometimes if it's heavy rain or I'm actually stuck inside, sometimes I don't. But at least daily, around this time, or sometimes a little bit later in the day. But you guys, I do have to get going. I've been here probably like about an hour and 15 minutes. We'll definitely touch base and we'll go from there. And yes, raw honey is good. And we'll continue. I know there's a lot more questions coming in, but we'll actually I still have to do some work myself, guys, so I can't just stay. But we'll definitely. Oh, 100%, 100% I would. But we'll definitely touch base and we'll connect from there. In the meantime, you guys have a nice day and we'll talk again tomorrow. In the meantime, you guys take care. Cheers.